Paying activity for a new truck driver, somebody that's a new CDL holder, they're pretty much limited to, well, any job you can get in the beginning. And so that's what I'm talking about today. I got to thinking about it, and I've been asked by some people, well, I hear truck drivers get paid a lot of money. What do they get paid? And all I can really tell them is what I get paid, which is one of the top wages in the industry. Not the top, but one of the top. And so I got curious and I thought, you know what? I'm going to do an internet search of all the different companies. I got a list of them that I'm going to go through. Companies like Schneider, Swift, Covenant, JB Hunt, I think Martin. I think those are all the different ones. But I screenshotted all what they say on the internet, what their first year that the starting wage would be if you were new there. And as a bonus, I also checked into how much PTO or vacation time do these companies give in the first year, if any at all. But before we do that, let me show you this light that Olight gave me. Quick shout out to Olight. I appreciate them sending me this light. It's a type of light where, you know, you can put it in your shirt. It's got like a clip on it. It's flat. It's really bright. It's about 1,500 lumens. It's got a spotlight. It's got a floodlight. It's got an ultraviolet light, and it's even got a little laser pointer, which I don't know what I'd use that for, but it is really fun with the cats and dogs at the house. But I got to jump out real quick and do my walk around for the night because I'm done for the night. So let's try this light out and see what it does. Okay, let's try this light out. Sorry about all the noise. As usual, a reaper pulled in next to me. And well, you know how that goes if you're a truck driver. So let's try it out here. So this is the floodlight, and this is the low setting. Let's see, basically low and high, and it's supposed to be 1,500 lumens. Not too bad. I mean, it lights up the ground. I can see what I need to see here. It also has another mode, spotlight. So let's see. Yeah, it's, just the minimum. Next up, and I think that's maximum right there. So it should be about 1,500 lumens for that. I mean, more than enough to see what you're doing down here. Check out your tires, check out your lug nuts. It lights up the whole trailer all the way down the side. These two modes is pretty much all I'd really use. I mean, they have a laser pointer, which I've said before, it's more for fun, I think, than anything. Let me see if I can figure it out. There it is. Pretty bright. And I think it has a brightness setting too. Yeah. So low and high is what you got. There's low. There's high. The other thing that this thing has is ultraviolet light. I don't know if you've ever played with this before, which, by the way, it's got a high and a low. But a deal like this, you can see it's like kind of like a black light. I often wondered, so you can see it'll light up things that are white, like illuminate them, or if there's oil leaks and things like that. I know you can see that kind of thing in the dark. Unfortunately, I don't have an example for you, so pretty cool light. Olight ArkPro. Thanks, Olight. I appreciate it. Okay, so let me go through this list. So officially, everything that I looked up online was Swift Transportation, let's see, Schneider, JB Hunt, CR England, US Express, Martin, and Covenant. And so keep in mind, this is the internet. So I don't want to get a bunch of emails or comments saying that that's not what the pay is or you're way off. Hey, I'm just telling you what a Google search gave me. So you're welcome to call these companies and ask them, what the details are, or go to their website and see what they offer there. But I just figured it'd be worth going through and just seeing what it is nowadays. I mean, over 20 years ago, I was up on all this, where everybody got paid per mile, an hour, and all that. And then once I started working where I work at, then I didn't care. None of my business. So here we go. So first job out, Swift Transportation. So I Googled what's the starting pay for a new driver, OTR. These are based on OTR. And this is what it told me. It said starting pay at Swift Transportation for over the road OTR drivers varies, with new drivers earning approximately 35 cents a mile to 50 cents per mile after their initial training period. But here's what's kind of weird. A more current estimate for rookie drivers is around 25 cents per mile, although this can increase with experience. Well, that's terrible. That is really bad. I yeah, I don't know. To me, that just seems really bad. They say some of the examples they have that you can get like $1,500 a week. They're saying out of the Tulsa, Oklahoma yard or the West Valley City, Utah terminal. Yeah, that's what it says. So pretty low. I don't see any mention on here about like activity, like dropping and hooking. Um, One of the things they call it retention pay. Um, they don't mention anything about that. None of these companies say anything really about that. I mean, they may have it, but they're not. There's really not a lot of information out there. From what I hear from people, most of the time you don't even get retention. You have to fight for it. But what do I know? So next up, Schneider. So Schneider, let's see, starting pay for the over the road driver at Schneider varies with weekly pay typically ranging from approximately $9.95 to $13.60 for a van truckload position. This is based on factors like location, type of freight, experience, and some new drivers may receive a guaranteed minimum weekly pay of $900 or $1,000. Some sources suggest starting per mile rates for OTR drivers can be between 38 cents a mile and 70 cents a mile, depending on specific lane and contract. So, it's going to be the 38 cents a mile for a new driver. I mean, you're at the bottom. That's just the way it is. Again, don't say anything about any other types of pay. So you better get those miles. JB Hunt, OTR. Remember, these are all OTR internet searches. Starting pay for JB Hunt over the road drivers is often cited at around 80,000 per year, with some sources including an average pay of about 70 to 80,000 a year annually. This can be further broken down into 60,000 to 67,000 a year annually for the lower end of the range and 90 to 95,000 annually for the higher end, with consistency in pay for time off. Okay, so we'll talk about the time off thing here in a little bit, but so again, new driver, you're going to be in that 60 range. That's just the way it is. And I don't mean new like you just got a job there, like you're new. Let's see what else we got. CR England. CR England, starting pay for CR England OTR drivers varies, but entry level estimates around 65,000 per year to 1250 per week. However, some sources indicate a lower starting point for approximately 52,762 per year. Pay depends on experience, location, and job specific, with higher earnings possible through performance bonuses and later become a mentor. Basically a trainer, I think is what they're saying. $52,762 a year. Yikes. New driver. Hey, you got to pay your dues. We all had to do it. U.S. Express. I see a lot of these guys around, not as much as I used to. Starting pay for U.S. Express OTR can vary. They always say that can vary, but averages around 71,000, 81,000 annually, with hourly rates between $34 and $52. Though this can differ based on factors like experience, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Additional new drivers receive $104 a day during their 3-day orientation. Pretty weak, but hey, it's better than nothing, right? So, again, lower end as a new driver, it's going to be 71. But, you look below that and it says annual. The estimated total pay range is 57,000 to 87,000 a year, with average base salary being approximately 71 per year. So yeah, that is an average. So, I mean, maybe it can be as bad as 57. Hard to tell on that. So what do we got up next? Martin. So Martin over the road truck driver, typically in the range of 1350 to 1750 per week. This can translate to an average annual salary of approximately 66,000 to 86,000 a year. But at least they're straightforward about it. Let's see. Pay may also be offered as a per mile rate or a guaranteed minimum weekly pay, depending on specific run and driver experience. So further down, they say our guaranteed minimum pay structure offers 1380 per week for drivers who are out for 2 weeks at a time. So I mean, if you want this minimum, then you better be out 2 weeks at a time. It's over the road, so I mean, that's going to happen anyway. Next up, Covenant. Starting pay for an OTR driver at Covenant can vary, but offers a minimum mileage pay of 52 cents per mile and a maximum of 74 per mile, depending on experience. And then they talk a lot about teams. So apparently they're real big on that. So all these other pays that I'm seeing really it's everything to do with team pay. What we got here? So, okay. So you can see the range there. It's, they're pretty vague, but it appears to me that your average pay for over the road truck driving for like these mega carriers. And remember, this is first year driver. You got your CDL, you're ready to hit the road. You really don't have any experience. And I don't even know if all these people hire with no experience, but you're going to be in that lower range. So as far as I can tell, you're looking at somewhere around 50,000 to 70,000 as an average. OTR. These are all the type of companies that you're not going to see home for at least like 4 weeks at a time, probably, or 3 weeks or whatever. But, like I said, you got to pay your dues. Where I work at, it's way beyond this, but we don't hire new drivers. We hire people that have at least 30 months experience. It used to be a lot more, but now it's 30 months. And Walmart advertises you'll get 110,000 your first year. Very accurate. Actually, a lot of drivers I know make a lot more than that. Some make less, but very few. But again, that's 30 months experience. So one of the things I love about my job the most, and this is just a bonus for the video, and it has to do with your pay and activity. I mean, as far as activity goes, let me just say this real quick before I move on to vacation time. Activity as a truck driver, when you're talking about basic truck driver, not specialty things like flatbed or, heavy haul or any of these types of things, you're just driving a drive-in. I guarantee you your activities are going to be dropping and hooking trailers. You're live loading, meaning someone else is going to live load it, although there are still companies out there where you live load your own trailers, plenty of that. Maintaining the equipment. You're sleeping in the truck, although very few pay for that. My company pays for that, for sleeping in the truck each night. And just a ton of driving, you know. So PTO, I say PTO, let's just call it vacation time because a lot of these companies are calling it that. So where I work at, they actually have we have PTO, and that's our vacation time, our holiday, all the stuff. And we actually have a schedule here on how much you'll get for how many years you've been here. So let me just lay this out for you before I go through the list of everyone else. So working where I work at, and I think this is current, might be even more, 0 to 1 year, you're going to get 21, you're going to earn 21 days in a year, 21 paid days off. And let me say this, PTO, you get paid your average daily pay. Well, my average daily pay right now is $499 a day. So any days off I take, any hourly work I do, they'll pay you a tenth of your ADP if you're going to get paid hourly. Any vacation time, all that is going to be $499 a day. And I can use that in pieces too, by the way. Let's say I have a day where I want to go home early. I could just fill out the rest of my day with some PTO, like a portion of an hour or a couple hours. So anyway, so now you know how it pays. So here at Walmart, 0 to 1 year, you earn up to 21 days. First year, this is your first year, up 21 days PTO. Plus remember, you're always getting 4 safety days also. So that's 25 paid days off a year. Safety is your average day pay also. But I'll just tell you what the PTO is. Second year, you can earn up to 23 days, and you always do. Everybody earns their maximum. I seriously doubt that there's ever been anybody that didn't, unless there's some special circumstance. 3 to 5 years experience or service, 26 days. 6 to 9 years, 31 days. 10 to 14 years, 34 days. And then right now, the range I'm in, 15 to 19 years, which I've been here 19 years here this next month, 36 days paid. So as of right now, I get 36 paid days off, and I'm getting them at the rate of $499. Let's just call it 500. So that's $500 a day, and I get 36 of them. Next year, when my 20-year anniversary comes around, I'll get 41. 41. So as of right now, I'm getting 36, plus I got 4 safety days. So that's 40 days off a year at the rate of $500 per day. Pretty awesome. All right, so now you've heard the gold standard. Let's go through all these companies I just went through, and let's see what they say about vacation is what they're calling it. And this is part of your pay. Make no mistake about that. Here we go. So Swift, it says new drivers at Swift Transportation start with a modest amount of vacation pay, approximately $800 after 1 full year of service. Vacation time is paid as a lump sum on employee's anniversary date rather than accruing paid time off PTO that can be used for vacation. Eligibility benefits, you have to work there for at least 60 days full time. So you're getting $800 a year. I believe, so they're not calling it like a vacation, like you get this many days. Not that I can read here. So you get $800. Yeah, I'm not sure how that computes. So where are we at here? JB Hunt says a new driver at JB Hunt starts curing, if I can say the word right, paid time off, PTO, from day one. And that's something interesting. I don't think a lot of these say from day one. Walmart's from day one. But the exact amount isn't specified and depends on tenure. While the company states PTO is compensated with tenure, which means it increases with time, new drivers begin earning a portion of their annual PTO from the first day of employment. So they won't say how much. They just say you're earning it. And yeah, so at least you're getting something, but you don't know what it is. Guess you'll figure it out on the fly. I have no idea. Okay, Schneider. A new Schneider driver receives 2 weeks of paid vacation after completing their first year of employment. They also receive 3 days of paid time off after 6 months of service. So basically, you're getting 10 days of vacation. It says paid vacation. That's good to know. And then whatever the 3 days is just an extra at 6 months, or you receive 3 of those days at 6 months. Maybe that's it. Maybe they figure you won't make a full year, so we better give them some of their time off. I don't know. So that's Schneider. That was Schneider. Next up, CR England. A new CR England truck driver likely receives 5 days of paid time off in their first year, which may increase to 2 weeks after the first year. Other sources suggest 1 week paid vacation after 1 year and 2 weeks after 2 years. So they're not saying how much money you're getting. It says paid time off, so that's good. We don't know how much that is. 5 days of PTO is common for new employees. So 5-day vacation after a year. Don't know how much in money. U.S. Express. A new driver at U.S. Express gets 1 week of vacation after completing their first year with the company. This is not provided in the first year, and the amount increases with tenure, with drivers earning 2 weeks of vacation after 3 years. Converted to English, I think what they're saying is that, hey, maybe I don't know what they're saying. 1 week of vacation after completing their first year with the company. So I read down here and it says first year, no vacation time is earned. After 1 year, you get 1 week. So I guess that means that at the end of the year, you have to work another year to get your vacation? I'm not really sure what they're saying there. Maybe you guys can understand it better than me. But down here it says, first year, no vacation time is earned. After 1 year, 1 week of vacation. We don't know what 1 week is. Is that 7 days, 5 days? And by the way, is it paid? Nowhere does it say that it's PTO or paid time off. It just says vacation. So after 1 year, 1 week. After 3 years, 2 weeks of vacation. It might just be, see when you get back. Hope you don't you'll have to come back. You'll be broke. I don't know. Don't know. What is this other one here? Okay, Martin Transport. Let's see what Martin says. A new driver at Martin Transport typically gets 1 week of paid vacation after 6 months of employment, according to Indeed. Some reviews suggest that the vacation time may be part of a larger paid time off PTO pool that occurs slowly. And the total amount can vary depending on specific role, with a general estimate of 1 to 5 days in the first year for many drivers at the company like Martin. Yikes. Well, I mean, you get something, right? I don't know why it means 1 to 5 days. Down below it says after 6 months, 1 week of vacation. Okay. Confusing. Vacation accrued PTO is often accrued slowly and can be used for sick days or other time off, not just vacation. So that's basically suggesting that, oh, it's Christmas and you want to get paid. Well, you're going to have to use that. Could be wrong. Some employees report receiving 1 to 5 days of paid vacation in their first year, depending on the role. So a little confusing for sure. Let's see what else we got here. What else do we have? Covenant. A new driver at Covenant generally does not receive vacation time during the first year of employment, but becomes eligible for 1 week, which is 5 days or 40 hours of paid vacation after completing 12 months of full-time service. The vacation time is available after the first anniversary of employment for dedicated drivers. This is an option for how they are compensated for that time, either taking the time off as paid or keeping on running and receiving equivalent pay. So we're not getting paid enough here, so just give me the money. I don't need a vacation. I'm kidding. I don't know. That's what it sounds like. So, I mean, that's what I've came up with. That out of those companies there, new driver, and the way they're saying it, like not new driver, like you just got your CDL, but like you're just new to them, I guess. These are the rates of pay that they're saying online. Remember, this is online results, so I have no idea if this is true or false. I can't deny or confirm any of this. I'm just reading to you what I've seen. I'm not going to take the time to call them up and ask them, hey, is this true? Do you guys really only pay this much or that much vacation? And so for those of you that are getting into the industry, when we say pay your dues, have a plan to go on to a better job. I mean, I've told people Walmart's not the only gig out here. There's other stuff too, but have a plan to go to some good job, because to get benefits like what I get where I work at, like 40 paid days off in a year, for me, for you, it'll be 25, because safety days too. And you can take it any way you want. They don't have a bunch of rules and regulations. You earn it from day one. If you want to get paid, you know, the pay is pretty confusing on all those. Here, yeah, we get paid for everything. We get paid for drop and hook and live load, and we do computer learning modules where you sit and watch videos and get paid. Well, I get paid $50 an hour doing that because I'm a $500 ADP right now, 10th of my ADP. We get $42 a night for sleeping in the truck. We get, all the benefits like our insurance, our life insurance is, 401k, the stock, whatever they call it, the stock program. Basically, you get free stock when you buy stock every payday. All this stuff, right? And so, I mean, you're just not going to get that at all these other jobs. If it is, it's going to be difficult and it's not going to be that good. Um, Everything I just read to you, I don't read that to get people depressed or discouraged and go, oh, I don't want to do that. I mean, if you really want to drive a truck, there's not a bad thing. I mean, it's just that you got to do the work. You got to put the time in. Like I said, it's 30 months experience to come here. There's other gigs that you can do. I hear UPS is a really great job. ABF is a really great job. I mean, there's stacks of them out there, a lot of union jobs. Um, I'm trying to think. My buddy Dirty Broke works for Gemini. That's right, which I think Loves owns them. Holland Fuel, really great job. I mean, just a lot of really great jobs. And so that's the paying activity that I've looked into for you guys. I hope it's helped you. And if you want to know more about paying activity like in my job, then you ought to check out this video that I'm putting up on the screen here. And we get a lot more detail about where I work at if that's what you're interested in. So, yeah, I'll catch you guys next week.